this is Ken Kraetzer in Colorado Springs covering the Army Air Force game today, and I had a chance to talk with one of the officials of the local Alumni Association of West Point here in Colorado, and that is Stover James, a class of 1976 graduate. Stover, great to see you. It's a great Army day out here in Colorado Springs.
It is. The weather's great, but of course, we think tailgating and Army football is an all-weather, all-terrain, 24/7 event, so it doesn't matter. But it's a great day here in Colorado.
Tell you what do you have planned for all the alumni from West Point and some of the students coming out to the game today?
Well, we run a big tailgate every time West Point comes out here to play football in the odd number of years. We're expecting at least 750 people. We will feed the rabble-rousers, the pep band, the spirit band, and the rugby team, and some of the other competitive clubs. There are 700 cadets out here at the at-large contingent that'll be here cheering. So we work together with the West Point Parents Club of Colorado and the West Point Society of Denver. I have the West Point Society of the Pikes Peak region. So this is a big event for us every 2 years. We look forward to it. We do a lot in partnership with Fort Carson. You see all the Army equipment out here. We have strikers, we have artillery, we have engineer vehicles, we have the U.S. Army Recruiting Command adventure van. We have sniper team and K9 and EOD unit and demonstration displays. So it's just a great opportunity for us to get together and celebrate our alma mater.
Absolutely. Now, if you would, I always ask alumni, tell us a little bit about your career, West Point, and then service in the U.S. Army.
Well, the Army was great to me. It was a great career. I was commissioned in the artillery after jump school at Benning and the artillery school at Fort Sill. I was stationed at Fort Ord, California. Then I did 4 years in Germany. I was an assignment officer in D.C. The Army sent me to the Navy Command and Staff in Newport, Rhode Island, so I got to spend a year with the crabs there and walking sideways. And then I came out here to Fort Carson as a major and then went back to Germany for 6 years, working joint and NATO and UN assignments, as well as commanding an artillery unit and installation in Bamberg, Germany. My assignments in Germany were Würzburg, Heidelberg, and Bamberg. Then the Army sent me to Harvard for a year for a fellowship. And then I was a recruiting brigade commander in Atlanta and finished my career here with Northern Command, the command the government stood up, DOD stood up after 9/11 for Homeland Security. So that was my last 4 years. Retired here, and as a matter of fact, I now work at the U.S. Air Force Academy in the headquarters. So I'm here in the belly of the beast with the Zoomies.
Well, that's great. My dad was a field artillery officer, commissioned in October 1942 after being at Fort Sill. So you carry on a great tradition. Now, tell us a little bit about the Army football team. It's a young team, but they're playing. They're getting better with every game. What are your thoughts about what they have to do to beat Air Force today?
Well, I've taken a lot of interest in this team. I was back at West Point in August and saw some of the preseason football, and I think I was told like 77 out of the 136 that suited up for preseason scrimmage were plebes. So very young team. So up and down, I watch every game, and they seem to be improving in every game. Air Force has had a couple good weeks here. They had a great game in Hawaii last week, and I'll follow them closely. I'm kind of the Army scout here, but informally that is. But so I think the main thing is ball control, establishing that interior running game, and no turnovers. I think those are big keys, and we're gonna surprise some Zoomies today, I think.
Absolutely. Stover James, graduate of the United States Military Academy, class of 76. Thank you for your service to our country from all of us at the American Legion.
Well, I thank you and your dad and all your listeners for their service. Like I said, the Army was great to me. I tell all these Air Force cadets I deal with that I'd trade places with them in a heartbeat to start my military career over, except to be in the Army at cross commission. But the military is great to me, and it's great to be a part, to stay in touch with the military through the West Point Society and through the Air Force Academy. It's just a great privilege and honor, and to meet vets like yourself and your listeners. So go Army, beat Air Force.
Well, I'm in the Sons of the American Legion, but we're there to support all the veterans and members of the active military. Sir, great to see you, and we're looking forward to a great football game today.
We are. The weather's going to be good. I think it's going to be a very competitive game. I think the Zoomies are going to be surprised a little bit today. And if we can work on hold the turnovers down, the defense is going to play great. And Air Force is feeling good because they had a good week against Hawaii in their last game. But I think we're ready for them. And we're going to have a lot of support from our alumni and from Fort Carson.
Absolutely great to see you. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio in Colorado Springs, Colorado at the U.S. Air Force Academy.